Hey guys, coming in. This is going to be a announcement video, basically telling you guys about a new review series that I've come up with. Now, as you guys know, every single year since I'd say I started this channel, really, ever since then, I've always tried to do classic movie reviews in the summer or in April or whenever I really decide to start them. And I've been pretty successful, I think. You know, the first year I reviewed like 8, the second year I reviewed almost 60, and then the third year I reviewed over 100, so I did pretty well. But as you guys know, last year it didn't really work out so well. I had a lot going on. I just couldn't keep up with classic movie reviews, and I really wanted to try to bring that back because I enjoy reviewing movies for you guys, that not just movies that are just from this year. And everyone tells me, Kevin, why do you restrict yourself? Why do you make yourself only review movies from this year? Well, that's not the case. It's just I don't like randomly reviewing films. However, I decided that I don't necessarily have to do that. So I came up with a different concept that's kind of classic movies, kind of not. Basically, I'm going to tell you guys a story, and I'm sure you guys can very much relate to this. There have been many times where I go to Best Buy, or I have Christmas money, or I go on Amazon, and there's a movie that I really wanted to watch, and I never watched it, and I figure, okay, I'm going to blind buy this, I'm going to watch it, and then I'm finally going to be able to get that review. And 99 times I do that, it sits on my shelf for years and years and years, and I've never actually reviewed it, and that's something that's always bothered me. I've looked at these movies, I'm like, why don't I just watch these? I mean, what's the point of buying a movie if you're just gonna watch it? Is it just gonna be there for, just to look at? I mean, you're supposed to watch a movie. That's kind of what the point is. So I figured, all right, I'm going to try to put a stop to this, and I figured that instead of doing just classic movie reviews, I shouldn't be restricting myself, because I always felt like I had a restriction by having classic movie reviews. Every time I did, people told me, I review a movie, people were like, that's not a classic, that's not a classic. So I'm scrapping classic movie reviews this year. I'm not necessarily doing just classic movie reviews. Instead, all of those movies that I've bought over the years, I'm going to be reviewing this year. Yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to review all the movies that I haven't seen that are on my shelves, and there's a pretty copious amount. I mean, there definitely are quite a few that I can probably spend entire summer on, so that's exactly what I'm going to do this year, in a review series entitled Review It, Never Falking Seen It, and I want to thank 22 Tiger Dude, actually, for coming up with that title. I did not come up with that title. I don't know. I'm not good with coming up with titles, and I want something creative, and he came up with that, so thank you, man, for coming up with that, one of my personal friends, but basically, the series is what I said, that I'm going to be reviewing films that I've owned, but I've never actually seen before. And, starting off with the first one, basically, now, let me just tell you guys that this is going to go a little bit differently from the way my classic movie reviews did, because unlike my classic movie reviews, I would put them on a list, and I try to stick strictly by that list. But again, I feel like I was restricting myself by doing that, and something I always was not upset about, but something that always kind of bothered me was, the fear that I'm reviewing this movie too soon, or should I be waiting till the end to do that? Well, that's going to change now, because most of this review is going to be determined completely randomly, and I'll tell you guys how I'm going to do that. I have a whole list of films, I'm going to put them into randomizer, and after each review, I will press the, I will press the randomize button, and whatever the first film to come up is, that is the first film I will be reviewing to you guys. Well, on some cases. The only exception I will make is if it's a franchise that I need to review. Like, for example, in May, I'm planning on reviewing all the Pirates of the Caribbean films. I've never seen them. Well, I saw the first. That's kind of a lie. I saw the first one when I was, like, really, really young, but I don't remember it at all. So I'm planning on reviewing all of those to you guys in May in anticipation for the new one. So if it lands on that, I'm obviously not going to do it because I have a specific time when that's done. But if it's a franchise that doesn't have a movie coming out this year, like, say, the Indiana Jones franchise, which I will definitely be reviewing this year, then I will just, it'll go on one of them, and I'll say, okay, I'm reviewing all the Indiana Jones movies this week, and That's really how it's going to go. And aside from the first one I picked just completely randomly. I figured that I would pick the first one, then the rest I would do completely, just like I said, just by a random draw. So the first one I'm going to be reviewing is the Spectacular Now. I remember I bought this at a Costco a long time ago. This was like when the movie was first coming out. It was like $15. I'm like, all right, I really want to see this movie. I'm finally going to review it, and I never reviewed it to you guys. So I really do want to change that. It's a movie I've always wanted to see. So definitely look forward to a review of The Spectacular Now. That will definitely be my next review. But anyways, guys, unfortunately, I always tell you guys to give me requests, but a series like this, you can't really give me requests for, because like I said, they have to be a movie that I physically own, or I own on Vudu. That's the only exception I'll make. There are a couple I own on Vudu that I want to watch as well, but if it's a movie that I physically own that I can pull out and be like, okay, I've had this, I've never watched it, then I can possibly make an exception. But if I don't own it, then it's kind of hard for you guys to give me recommendations. But either way, guys, I hope you do enjoy these reviews. This way, these aren't all going to be films that are great. Some of these films could be absolute shit for all I know. Basically, like I said, this is going to be completely random. I don't know, half of these films I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. I'm going to try to be as surprised as possible. I'm not going to watch any trailers or anything like that. But that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys are thinking of these reviews. Are you looking forward to them? And stay tuned for my next video, which I promise you guys will be my review of The Spectacular Now. And I'm really excited about these reviews. I hope they turn out very well. It's something that I've thought of for a while now. I thought about this back in February, and I've been looking forward to making this video since. And it will show you guys I didn't want to start on April Fool's Day, obviously, because I just felt like if I did, you guys would think it's a joke. So, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys for my first review. Okay, bye.